fun on Machine Winters. Hello and welcome to Off-Road Gospel today. Appreciate you joining in. We will be a little different than normal. There'll be a lot less audio from in the vehicle. My son, who is autistic, when we do these rides, he likes to be able to watch his videos and listen to music. So just because of all the copyright stuff, I mute most of it. I will have little bits, there'll be a lot of background noise, but you know, this ride was meant to be pretty simple, but it takes a turn. So hope you are doing well, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video today. I hope that I can use this to, you know, as a positive learning experience, I guess. Kind of show some of the things that went right and some of the things that went wrong. So, appreciate you coming along. So, let's get out there. Fun from the other way. A little tricky, especially if it's icy.
Everybody's gone. Where are they?
Oh, wow. This is a cool area.
Oh, everybody's gone. Where are they? Shout surprise and throw me a big party. Well,
now we're into the deep snow. Ooh, bumpity bump.
Butts, Big Jake. Much to his surprise, Big Jake was
Silly
gone.
truck.
His friends all seemed very...
Oh, the fun of machine winters. Well, looks like I got myself into a little bit of a predicament. And it might take a while to dig out of it, but we'll find out. So, yeah, have my shovel, have traction boards, but this stuff is deep and it's icy, and traction is at a premium right now. So, working at it. Oh, that sucks. Well, current situation. Got a good ways down. Staying on top pretty good. I aired down and I sunk. Best I can figure is I'm framed out. So I'm in the deep stuff. So got some help coming, thankfully. I'm gonna keep trying to wiggle my way and maybe I can get free and move forward. Well, our adventure is getting better and better. I got some help coming. As you see, it's dark out now. I tell you, snow is the great equalizer. This is like a 1 out of 10 road. It's just, you know, pothole dirt road. There's nothing to it, but you get into the deep stuff and it's rough, and now the guys that are coming to try to help, they're struggling as well. Just so deep out here. So hopefully they'll be here soon, and we will get out of here. This is one of those adventures. So, but we'll be out of here sooner or later. The help is arriving. Thankfully. They've had to struggle to get here, but they have done it. This is I know.
I think you're sitting on the bottom.
Oh, I'm not.
I know I wasn't sitting on the bottom.
I'm framed out.
No, I'm thinking there's like 2 foot of snow here.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I can't believe I made it this far, to be honest with you. Well, I didn't expect this.
Right?
So on this episode, it's Hyde Off-Road Recovery.
Yep.
So.
Well, assuming Hyde can move again.
Yeah. Michael was able to turn his around, and then he was able to pull me backward till we got to a good turnaround spot.
All right, do you want me to try to turn around?
This seems to be a fairly hard, fairly flat section.
Well,
So if you can back that way, make a U-turn here. I think that's probably your best
go that way.
It's time to go on a Bible.
Got her spun around and followed his tracks out. And while he was pulling out Zach, he had me just keep going down the road and get to a place where didn't have to worry about getting stuck again. That's where I went and aired up my tires. But I tell you, hindsight is truly 20/20. As I'm editing this and looking at it, I'm like, why didn't I think about turning around and going back the way I came when I got stuck the first time? I think I was further along on the trail, and I was thinking I was almost done, and I wasn't. Had quite a ways to go before it would intersect with something else. But it's that whole thing of stopping and reevaluating, but you get into just get yourself out mode, and you sometimes don't think everything through well. And this is a prime example of some of the choices I made after getting stuck the first time, to keep going rather than turn around and go the known way.
We did it! Okay, he's gonna put air in the tires, and then we get to go to the hotel. Yes!
What got him out?
Really?
So honestly, probably a good thing I did come.
Yeah.
I've never
I had a
used
feeling, man. I had a feeling. I just did.
Well, it just,
Well, a solo run with me and Isaac has turned into a group ride, but they didn't want it to be a group ride. So I just want to say a great big thank you to Zach, Mike, and Elena. They came out and they got me. I was a snow turtle, you know, and so if you're in the West Branch area, you need to check out Hyde Automotive. If you're in need of any sort of media or anything like that to help your business grow, you need to see Zach at Top Shot Media. You know what? And Elena, do you have a business we need to promote?
I do not have a business.
Okay. So, but you know what? Elena's awesome and cool. So she came out and she was super helpful.
I think she outworked me.
Yeah, so I'm so thankful
This was the wrong day to wear tennis shoes.
I will tell you.
So I can't wait because Isaac and I were staying at a hotel tonight. So the one thing I'm looking forward to is changing my socks.
There you go.
Thanks for coming along today. Whew, what an adventure.
Hey everyone. I know normally we have the devotion right here, but I wanted to kind of do some follow-up on this ride here. After getting back home, watching the video, thinking about things, there's a few things I kind of jotted down. And one of them is, what went right. Having the right recovery gear. I had the shovel, I had the winch, I know there's the big argument about traction boards. But like in a snow situation, it came in handy. It helped me to get up out of the kind of ditch that I had created for myself. So that helped. Just having things like that, being prepared for that. Had plenty of fuel. One of the things you always have to be careful with is, before you hit a trail, making sure you have more than enough, because, with the temperatures as cold as it was, I think it was low teens and dropped considerably as, towards dusk. So, having the right amount of fuel, I had plenty. By the time they got there to recover me, I was still between half and 3/4 of a tank. We also had some extra snacks and things to drink that we had with us. I thankfully had cell phone coverage, and because of that, was able to use some of the resources I had available. Not only did I call some friends, but I also posted on some of the off-road groups that I'm part of, which gives, again, this is an opportunity to, maybe if someone isn't nearby to you, that you have an opportunity then to connect with some other people who might be in that area or might be able to get there. So having those resources. This is why it's important to be connected to some of these off-road groups. There's off-road recovery groups. There's all kinds of things out there. So get connected with some of those, because you never know, that might be someone that can help you. In the video, you notice I put on there, I had to change out the batteries in my wireless controllers. Now I have my wired controller for my winch. I could have dug it out. It's in the back with other recovery gear. But I had extra batteries that I was able to swap that out. It's just one of those things. Have the right stuff with you. But see, the things that didn't go good, the things that really I need to improve on. I took my disabled son into an area I didn't know the road conditions and the trail conditions, and very cold weather. And as you could tell in the video, he isn't wearing anything, that is like heavy duty. So, sorry, somebody was waving at me saying hi. I don't know who it was. But, he didn't have cold weather gear on. And to be honest with you, I really didn't have cold weather gear on. I was wearing tennis shoes with regular old socks. I had my coat on. I had gloves and a hat. But other than that, there wasn't much else. So that was one thing. The thing is I didn't go and check any of the resources that I mentioned I used to see whether or not the trail conditions were good. I didn't see how deep it was or anything like that. And that's something I should have done ahead of time. The only reason we had some extra snacks and extra drinks is because my son and I, we went and my wife was just getting a night by herself. Normally we would send her, but she deals with some health issues, so a hotel is not relaxing to her. It doesn't help her. So she was able to be at home in the comfort of home and to be able to relax. And so that was the only reason we had that stuff. I've been accumulating, and I didn't have any of it with me, like a winter emergency kit. I recommend having an emergency kit in your vehicle. I had something that I could jumpstart myself. I had recovery gear. But other than that, I didn't have any other things. And so the other thing I didn't do, I didn't check and see if I would have cell phone coverage. And that's important, especially with my son. But, it would have been not good if I had to leave him there to hike however long I had to hike to get to a place where I had coverage. And then the other negative to that is I didn't have the right gear. If I had to spend long period of time outside without an opportunity to warm up, that could have been bad. I went solo in an unknown area. Summertime, this is not an issue there. Like I mentioned in the video, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most difficult, that trail is a 1. There's nothing difficult about it. But with drifting snow and all the snow that we've had, there were portions of it that were at least 2 feet deep. I'm on 33s, but you start dragging your front suspension, your differential, and all those things. I mean, you don't get, 33 inches of ground clearance. At best, I think my vehicle is right around 12 of total ground clearance. The rest of it, I'm dragging and I'm plowing. And so you get into something of that depth, like what happened to me the second time I got stuck. My vehicle was essentially sitting on the frame. And so it's important to have other people with you. If you're going to go do some exploring in the wintertime, and the snow amounts vary from, the further north you get from, around me, you need to have somebody with you, just in case. So that way, one person checks it out, the other person can help. So the other thing that was not good was I tried winching sideways the first go around. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason why I ended up breaking my winch line. So I should have tried to do something different. I should have tried to, do something and try to go forward the first time rather than try to use the small trees that were way off to my left. So that was not a good thing. The other thing is, the first time I got stuck, I didn't evaluate what was ahead. My focus was just getting unstuck. If I would have really looked at things, and like I put on the video, the text that I put up there, if you weren't able to read it, maybe you're watching it on a phone or a tablet or something, is that the tracks that were driven had ended just in front of me. The other people that apparently had got stuck there turned around. So if I would have been like, okay, I'm stuck here, what's it like moving forward? Should I try to do this or should I turn around? I didn't stop and evaluate that. I didn't stop and think that through. And so that was another mistake that was made. The things I was seeing up ahead of me that I thought maybe were tire tracks might have been at some point, but they have since been filled in, snowed in, and definitely weren't areas that people had driven on any time recent. Not in any of the recent snow and the freeze that we've gotten. So, a winter style snow shovel, some sort of part of the emergency kit I am working on getting at as well. would have been a little better, a little more helpful. Thankfully, I had something more than one of those little folding ones. But, just things like that. The reason I'm doing this is I'm hoping it will make you think about your preparedness. I think we can never be too prepared. Even if it had been just me by myself out there, it was a bad idea. It was a bad idea to do that. It was a bad idea to try to trudge forward. It was a bad idea. There were some mistakes made on my part. And I hope it helps other people not make the same ones. I hope it helps you to kind of double check, slow down, the whole getting stuck and trying to trudge on. At that point, next time I really need to make sure I stop and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to double back because I'm getting into too deep a snow, more than my vehicle is capable of. The thing is, there were times where I honestly, it was a miracle from God how this all worked out. When I was stuck and we were waiting, one vehicle, the one that pulled me out, is Michael's Suburban, running 37s, diesel engine, plenty of power. His vehicle is built. He got stuck. He got stuck a little ways from me and took a half hour to dig out. The other guy, Zach, he's got a couple inches of lift, 35s on his Jeep and his Wrangler. And he was trying to go around and to see if he could get closer to me. And he sunk down in it. So after I was recovered, Michael went and recovered him. But there was a few different times I was praying, all right, God, I need your help here. I need you to make sure and cause, for this to work. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that God answers prayers. And there was a saying that I heard long ago, when God reaches out and calls to you to become part of his family, he's already taken my stupidity into consideration. He knows I don't always make good decisions. He knows I always fall short. But yet, he still looks out for me. He still loves me. I'm thankful, again, that we got out of there. Took several more hours than was planned, but it ended well. So please, when you're out there, when you're out on trails, when you're out and about, be careful. Definitely think everything through. If you're in an area where you get snow and it can be deep, snow is the great equalizer. It'll take an easy trail and make it hard. So I hope this helps in some way. And again, I appreciate all of you take the time to be a part of these. And I pray the Lord richly bless you. And good Lord willing, we will all get a chance one day to get together, hit some trails, and enjoy this beautiful creation that the Lord has given to us. So God bless you, and hope to see you real soon. Bye.